Washington Commanders are somewhat of a confusing team. We talk about Carson Wentz. If I'm being honest, I don't really know what to expect. It's kind of like Sam Darnold and Darnold in Carolina. I really don't know what to make of it. Obviously, Carson Wentz is still a very quality. I think he's a quality starter. Could he revive his career? We've made a video about that, maybe-ish. I don't know. But for now, we're left with looking at what we know. We know that I think Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin can make a great wide receiver duo in this league. And I think with that, we can kind of gauge how we think that the Commanders are going to go this season in terms of their record. So this is our 2022 Washington Commanders record prediction. And so here we go. Week 1. Versus the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. Now, if we're going to be honest, if we're going to look at both of these teams, the Jaguars, I believe, are the most improved teams out of the both of these teams. If we're going to be, if we're just going to be straight down the middle, but and I know people also might take a look at this and say, okay, well, you say they have an equal to record or a lesser record than the Giants. I give the slight edge to Carson Wentz, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what to expect. Again, like this is going to be a weird season. But anyway, so week 1 here, I think the Commanders start the year out with a loss to the Jaguars here. Now, could they win this game? Absolutely. But I just really feel like this is going to be one of those games where the Jaguars start to prove that they are a team that is vastly improved. I think Trevor Lawrence, with the right situation, with the right coaching, could do something special. This game starts at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at FedEx Field here. So, I think it's going to be an interesting game, a close game, but I think the Jaguars pull it out in the end. Week 2 at the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. Detroit, despite all their efforts, I think they're going to be they're still going to finish in the bottom tier of the league, but they're still going to be a quality team down the road. I do like the direction they're going in, especially with Dan Campbell and everything, trading for Jamison Williams and getting Aiden Hutchinson at 2. Yes, they're going to be good down the road, but for now, I think that they are going to need still continue to have some work done. But yes, I like it. Week 2 win over the Detroit Lions. Week 3 at home against the Philadelphia Eagles here. I feel like this is going to be one of those games where the Commanders are going to get off to a fast start. They get a big-time win here at home in division and start out 2-1 on the season. That game starts, once again, 1 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Week 4 at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is so confusing again. Like, this is a lot of these teams, it's giving your best predictions, but I think the Cowboys will start fast this year, kind of what we predicted earlier. But, the Cowboys probably will win the division. Maybe the Eagles, who knows? But Dallas here, week 4, that game starts at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, starting time at AT&T Stadium. I think they drop one to the Cowboys. Week 5 versus the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is confusing as well, especially with Malik Willis and Ryan Tannehill. This whole league is confusing, but I really feel like the Titans, they'll be in the playoffs, or they'll at least be in the mix, but I don't know if Ryan Tannehill is the guy to take him over the hump there. So I think they drop one to the Titans at home. And then they go week 6 into Chicago at the Bears Stadium at Soldier Field. This is a Thursday night game, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time starting time. I think the Bears might arguably be worse than the Titans. Like, I could see it. I would give the slight edge to I don't even know if I would give Justin Fields the edge over Davis Mills. I really don't, if I'm being honest. But, I think there's some things to work with in Chicago. They just got to make sure that they are, finding a way to build upon that. So I think they get a win over the Bears here. They go in week 7 at home against Green Bay. Green Bay, let's face it, whether we like it or not, going to be one of the best teams in the NFC North, if not the number 1 team. We'll have to see how everything pans out, but that game starts at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time starting time. I think they lose one at home to the Green Bay Packers. Week 8 at the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, honestly, I think Matt Ryan is an upgrade over Carson Wentz at this point, absolutely. So, you talk about going into Indianapolis, a solid defense, a good running game. Yeah, it's going to be a tall task. So I think they drop one on the road in Indianapolis. That game starts at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time starting time. Week 9 at FedEx Field, playing the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings, I just feel like this is a game. This could be a trap game for the Vikings, but I do think that Minnesota gets it done on the road, and I think that the Commanders fall here, not looking good in the middle of a 3-game losing streak. But they come back Week 10 at the Philadelphia Eagles, ending their losing streak here. I really feel like Philadelphia again either might win the division or be in the mix. So you're going to their field. It's tough to play in Philadelphia. I can tell you as a Vikings fan. But Lincoln Financial Field here. It's a Monday night game, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting time. I just feel like this is going to be a tough game for everyone involved. Week 11 at the Houston Texans. Now, don't get me wrong. I think they'll get a win over Houston here, but I'm excited for the Houston Texans. I think they are heading absolutely in the right direction. But anyway, I think they get a win over the Texans here. That game starts at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting time. I do think it is closer than a lot of people think. Could they lose to the Texans? Maybe. The Texans might actually put something together pretty quick. Week 12 versus the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is another win for the Washington Commanders. You talk about Desmond Ridder and coming in. He might be the starter at this point. I'm not sure what to expect out of a guy like Marcus Mariota. I think he's a good quarterback still, so we'll see how that all pans out. But that game starts at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting time. So Week 13 now at the New York Giants before the bye week here at MetLife Stadium. The Giants, I think they're going to split with the Giants here. So they have them losing in New York, at the Giants this time around. Then coming back after the bye week, winning that one, and kind of finding a way to get back on the right track. Now, the game on the road starts at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting time. The game at FedEx Field, has not been released. Those times have not yet been released because of, again, I think it's because of a couple of different things. First off, I think it's going to be because of the flex times that happen with the NFL, but it is what it is. Week 16 at the San Francisco 49ers at Levi's Stadium, 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting time. The 49ers are tough. They're going to find their way back in the playoffs. Kyle Shanahan just seems to keep doing great things there. So, yeah, Week 16, I think it is that they do not get past the 49ers on the road. Week 17 versus the Cleveland Browns. Again, Deshaun Watson, is he going to play? Is he not? Doesn't matter. Cleveland is a better team than Washington at this point. I've got nothing but love for Washington, but, I see it being tough for them to keep up with the Browns, especially the running game. Week 18 versus the Dallas Cowboys. I think this is. I think they finish off their season with a win here. The Cowboys probably, might be playing for the division or something right here, but I think they get a win over the Cowboys if the Cowboys haven't even clinched the division yet. But overall, I do think that this is a win for the Washington Commanders. I am finishing 7-10. Now this could go 8-9, 9-8, but I really feel like the Commanders. I really have to see more from Carson Wentz before I'm really comfortable at this point sticking my neck out because if I'm being honest, I really much rather prefer Taylor Heineke being the starting quarterback and just having that defense step up to the what it was supposed to be. I really like Taylor Heineke. They really seem to gravitate towards him, especially in that playoff game a couple of years ago. Obviously had some difficulties last year, but overall, Carson Wentz is, in my mind, he's in and out. I don't know what to expect, but could he get his career back on track? Absolutely. And could he lead the Washington Commanders back to the playoffs? Absolutely as well, but we'll just have to see how everything all unfolds. But let us know what you guys think. That is our 2022 Washington Commanders record prediction. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Now, down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. Let us know what you guys think about our 2022 Washington Commanders record prediction.